Hey there everybody, this is Shago, doing post commentary for this extra video for Triple 16-bit on an older version, just to be aware of this. A lot of this was recorded before other things happened IRL, so yeah. First thing I kind of wanted to show off here is the ability to use Super Knight once you've actually beaten the game. Kind of using Robotnik Winter 2 as a sort of example here, simply because I also want to show off the secrets here as well. Supersonic and Super Tails, they're invulnerable, they fly faster, work harder, go faster, etc, etc. Typical Super transformation behaviour. So yeah, nothing to write home about that, but it's just like, yeah, you can do that now that you've beaten the game with the Emeralds. The main thing I wanted to show off is the little Easter egg that is in this level, and basically it's going to happen right at the end, which is kind of why I've fast forwarded a lot of the footage here, like put to 4 times speed, so we can actually get there a little bit quicker and I don't have to waffle through like 3-4 minutes of me playing this level again. But other than that, at the end, right at the final checkpoint, the pit that you actually jumped over to get to that checkpoint, you can actually fall in, and it actually teleports you to the Purple Palace Zone. I'm assuming it's like a reference to how you got to Hidden Palace Zone in the mobile versions of Sonic 2, where that was like enabled. So there's that. Now the Purple Palace Zone is actually a reference in and of itself to the actual original game itself, because the Purple Palace was pretty much where the special stage is, pretty much the original game's equivalent of the special stages. And basically what you did with them in these situations is you would go through these areas with a lot of obstacles, a lot of weird gimmicks that actually don't show up elsewhere in the main game itself. But at the end, you got there in time, because it's also time limited. Mad. But you got there in the end. You ended up sometimes facing finding the Sniper or Knack the Weasel, whatever you want to call him. You faced him in that little boss fight, you defeated him, and then you got yourself the Chaos Emerald at the end. There were a couple of other special stages in the original game where you were on the tornado and it's like you have to collect this many rings, like sort of thing, like typical special stage stuff, where you just collect like a certain number of rings before you actually get to the end, otherwise you fail the special stage and have to go find another one. And sometimes in those you also had to fight Fang, which actually kept your whatever ring count you actually had for from what you had in the stage. But yeah, that's basically what Purple Palace is. It's just basically a reference to the special stages from the original game, and it's a nice thing to have. And it also technically counts as you clearing Robotnik Winter 2. You get your restricted title point once you finish this area. Some might say maybe just beating the boss is probably a little bit quicker, but I don't know, it varies. It depends on how good you are at the game to actually just get through all these obstacles and such. But yeah, next thing I want to do is the unlockable characters. First off, we have Fang the Weasel, Fang the Weasel, Knack the Sniper. No, it's the other way around. It's Fang the Sniper and Knack the Weasel. Basically, you unlock him. I believe you unlock him by clearing story mode with the Emeralds. Because I'm fairly certain you can get the other unlockable. One of the other unlockables is to clear the story without the Emeralds, and that is with you get Knuckles for that one. Knuckles himself also gets his own story mode, so you can go through. You can actually play all the bones as Knuckles. I believe his story ends at Titanic Mark 2. So once you beat the boss in Titanic Mark 2, basically you can see his ending where he ends up getting captured, and then afterwards Sonic rescued him after beating his side of the story and such. But as you can see with Fang here, he has a triple jump which he bounces on his tail to do. It does actually kill enemies if you can get him, but his other gimmick is pressing the, I believe you can press the tag the action button, which is the button that usually used with Sonic and Tails to tag the other character out. And that allows him to fire his pop gun things. It's actually quite good at killing enemies from range. It's also the only way he can bust through walls, because his spin dash actually does not do that, funnily enough. But yeah, other than that, it actually does make a lot of the bosses quite easy, because you can just attack them from range. You don't actually have to jump in them and get into any close combat fights where you might just get hit and lose your rings or die or do something important. One of the other things you probably may have just noticed is the if you find where a special stage ring should be with the unlockable characters, you don't actually get the special stage ring. You don't actually go into a special stage for these characters. Same with Knuckles as well. Knuckles doesn't actually need the emeralds to clear his game perfectly. But if you find like where a special stage should be, you'll just find a pattern of regular rings in a ring formation. So anyway, the other character you can unlock is Metal Sonic, and I believe he's unlocked by beating the story mode as Knuckles. Metal Sonic is pretty much a sort of pseudo way to get into like playing the game with just Sonic, since you can the way this game works with Sonic is that he's always going to have Tails with him, and vice versa. Tails is always going to have Sonic with him, so you can't really play. You can't, on the technicality, really play solo with either of those two characters. But Metal Sonic basically plays like Sonic. One of the few differences is he doesn't have a drop dash. I believe he does still have a spin dash. He doesn't have a drop dash. He has this weird glide sort of thing where he generates like an energy barrier around him, and that's probably one of his ways of doing damage in the air. It's sort of like his barrier that he gets in Sonic Adventure 2, where you press and hold the B button, you get that little barrier, but this one only works in the air. And I'll be honest, I don't know if it's just jank or you just playing this on the older version, but yeah, the boss of this level, actually does give you a little bit of issues, like trying to get him to cooperate with Metal Sonic. I don't think he has the ability. Metal doesn't have the ability to curl into a ball when he hits a spring. I think he just goes straight to the barrier, and a lot of that just ends up seeing me getting hit. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, one of the easiest bosses in the game actually gives me trouble with the Pseudo Thoughter. So I'm just going to leave you with me struggling to fight the boss, and I will see you for the other character that I have to still do the recording and such for. And finally we come to the final hidden character in this game. It's Amy, who's only available in free play. She's not in the versus mode, the competition mode or whatever. She's only available in free play, so you can play it along with her. Actually given to you for free in an update. You don't actually have to unlock her or anything, just which is nice. And the other nice thing that they've done for this game is actually given her 3 different movesets, 2 of which are pretty similar, but we'll get to that when we come to it. I'm going to show off all 3 anyway, going through Turquoise Silver 1. But yeah, there's three versions. There's a version of Amy as per a popular Sonic 3 Angel Army Revisited mod, where you can actually change all the characters to Amy. Basically, she's attack where you hold the jump up to break silver and hammer. And she practically inflicts like essential attacks that you might be able to get through. I know the Knuckles boss fight in Sunset Part 1, for example, one of his attacks is basically unblockable, so yeah, you do still get hit from that. There's probably others in there as well. But yeah, you can actually do that. I think the mod version had a like, you go just swing your hammer around and just glide around some of the Knuckles. But for whatever reason, she doesn't have it with this version. Either that or not found a button combination to do it. If such a thing exists in this version, for this version of Amy, let me know. Yeah, I'll say something nice, I guess. Anyway, the other versions of Amy that you can play, they're both pretty similar since they're essentially technically pretty much official versions of Amy. That being moveset from Sonic Origins Plus, which added in that when that update came out, where basically she has a drop dash like effect, where basically she does the drop dash move like Sonic does, and she runs forward swinging a hammer which kills enemies. For whatever reason, funnily enough, this doesn't break through walls, which would make sense. But yeah, that's all you really need to know about that. And the final moveset is her version from Sonic Superstars, which is a game I'm probably going to be playing on the show shortly, by the way. But nevertheless, the moveset for Amy from Superstars is the same as with Amy's Origins moveset, except she has a second jump, and you can only do the hammer dashing thing once you've triggered the second jump. That's about it. Other than that, just enjoy me messing around with Amy, and I'll see you next time for whatever it is else I want to be playing in this game, or any other game for that matter. Take care, and I'll see you then. Ciao.